Good morning, student. Today's topic is Python Pandas series. This is very important topic, and this particular video is prepared to help class 12th informatic practices student who are weak in their subject. Now, first thing is to understand what is Python Pandas. Python is a flexible, easy, general-purpose programming language, but with the help of few popular libraries such as NumPy, Scientific Python, Matplotlib, it becomes a powerful tool. It becomes a powerful tool. mm, and Python is used in data science and data analysis. Data science or data analysis is a process of analyzing a large set of data. NumPy is a good tool for complete library. NumPy is a good tool and complete library offered by Python for data analysis. Means if you want to analyze data, then you have to use NumPy. Python programming does not support the concept of array. Python programming does not support the concept of array. Hence, array implementation is used with the help of numerical Python. Numerical Python is an open source module of Python that provides functions for fast mathematical computation on array and matrices. Array refers to a named group of homogeneous element means same data type and is indexed by a sequence of non-negative integers such as 0, 1, 2, etc. Here is an example how we can describe array. Array first figure describe array in one dimensional array, and second figure describe array in two dimensional. Array contains data of similar type means that is having homogeneous type of data. Hence this is an integer array that contains 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12 data. These are the index 0, index 1, index 2, index 3 and index 4. Same first is index 0 and second is index 1. Index 0, 1, 2 and 3. In two dimensional array there are row and column both index are starting from 0. What do you mean by array? Array is a container which can hold a fixed number of items, and these items should be of same type. It is contiguous memory location holding element of same type. Index start with 0. Each element can be accessed by their index. Each element is accessed by their index. To create one dimensional array, array can store element of only one data type, but list can store element of different data types too. List can store element of different data type as well as array can store element of only one data type. Hence, array stores homogeneous data values and list can store heterogeneous data values. In list element are separated by commas, whereas an array is like a collection of elements without a comma separator. You can see examples of array. Here numerical Python library is imported in our program via import numpy as np, and np is the reference given to numerical Python library. Here L1 is a list containing data of similar types such as 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10, and array 1 is the reference for array function and list is passed in this function. Hence the data value of list are converted into array. When you print array 1, you can see array 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. What do you mean by pandas? Panda is a Python library that makes data science or data analysis easy and effective. It is a high-level data manipulation tool developed by Wes McNee. The term Panda is derived from panel data. Panda is derived from panel data means Pandas is built on top of two core libraries such as Matplotlib. Matplotlib is for data visualization and NumPy, numerical Python are for mathematical operations. Data structure in Python: pandas, series, data frame and panel. As considering class 12th CBSE examination, series and data frame are most important topic we have discussed in our slides. Series data types. What do you mean by series? Series is a one-dimensional structure storing homogeneous mutable data. Mutable data means the data which can be changed during our program. And what do you mean by data frame? Data frame is also a two-dimensional structure, means you can put one dimensional series one and another series another side and another series another side, first series, second series and third series, and all the series can be put into a single data frame method. Now we can see how we can able to describe series and data frame. What do you mean by series? Series is one-dimensional structure with element of homogeneous data. It contains a sequence of values. One-dimensional structure, homogeneous data. It contains a sequence of values of any data type, that is integer, float, list, string, etc., which by default has numeric data labels known as index. Numeric data labels known as index, and by default implicit indexing is start from 0 index. The data label associated with a particular value is called its index, but we can assign values of other data types as index. Here is an example for series. Here implicit casting is used. Implicit indexing is used, and here explicit indexing. Explicit indexing is used. In this, series is a collection of integers, and second figure shows series is an ordered dictionary with mapping of index values to their data values. Dictionary contains key and value pair, and all the keys of dictionary are by default work as a index for series. Let's check it in our example. What do you mean by series? Series is a mutable data type. Size of series data is immutable. Size of series data is immutable means you cannot change size of series, but you can able to change data that are stored in your series. We cannot change size of series. Series is a pandas is created using series method. Any list or dictionary data can be converted into series by series method. There are several functions listed below, and that is performed in one by one manner. Here is an example how we can able to create a series. First, import the package required for pandas. Import pandas as pd, and here is the series method. Series method does not contain any data. Then by default blank series is created, and s1 is the reference for blank series, and when blank series is created, default data type is object. When you create a series with data type equal to float, then blank series is also created and now d type is float that is passed in your series method. What do you mean by this series? Here series s1 is created, then s1 is a series variable. Series method creates an empty list along with default data type. D type attribute display the series data type which is float by default. PD is an alternate name given to the pandas library. Creating a series. When we want to create a series, then series object reference name pandas library dot series method, and you have to pass two things. First is data and second is index. Index is an optional attribute. If you does not provide value of index, then by default implicit indexing is used, and in implicit indexing index start from 0 till total size minus 1 because number of element is more than index plus 1. Data supplied to series can be of any one such as list, tuple, dictionary, mathematical expression, array, etc. In index argument you can give your own label if you want. If you does not provide index, then it will take implicit default indexing. If nothing is specified in index, then value of index are labeled with implicit index number. This index can be used to access any value. It should be ensured that the list of labels to be assigned must match with the number of elements. If index and data value are mismatched, then there will be some error produced by your Python interpreter. Here is the example how to create a series using list. First import the Python pandas library, then you have to pass a series data into series function. Here we are not passing index attribute, then this is the default indexing applied on series, and these are the data that are passed in series function. Here two columns are displayed. First is index and second is data. Pandas creates a default index and automatically assign the index value which is length minus 1 that I have already informed you. Creating a series with two different lists. In two different lists you can create two lists and pass these two lists in a form of data and index. First list works on data and second list works on index. You can assign index attribute of series and assign another list in the index attribute. Note, number underscore days list is used for data and month name list is used for index. These are the example how we can create a series using range method. As you have already discussed that range function accept default indexing from 0 to n minus 1 when you are passing only stop value. Actually range have three type of function: range start value, range start value, and stop value. Range here range have only start value. It is not start value. Start value is not provided, hence by default it is started from 0 and 5 is the end value, hence you should stop at value 5. You can generate 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 is not included in your range function because 5 is the stop value, and here is the default implicit indexing produced by series method. Range produces data between 0 to 4 and by default implicit index is assigned to these data that are in the range 5 method. Here you can again use range method. Range, start value, stop value and step value, and index value is for A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You can check data exact data value and exact index must be matched. If data and index is not matching, then it will generate some error. In the next example, you can check it. These are the same range given here, means these are the data values created in the list, but here you can check it. A, B, C, D, E, only 5 index is passed, but in previous example there are 7 indexes. Index and data are mismatched and this will generate a value error. Value error because length does not match with index. Hence you have to be cautious when creating a series. When creating a series, you can check it that data and index must exactly match, and if there are any mismatching, then you will get some error. Here another example how to create a series. You can check it. Series contains 2, 4, 6 and 8.0. You have to look at that last value is 8.0. When 8.0 is passed as an argument for series method, then all the data value must be implicitly converted into higher range, that is 2.0, 4.0, 6.0 and 8.0. This is because series have properties of homogeneous data. If any data is in higher range, then lower range is implicitly converted into their higher values by default. You don't worry for anything that you have to be converted. No, you cannot convert. Python series method is automatically convert small values, that is integer, and float value that are in higher range. Hence integer to float is implicitly converted by series method if any argument is floating values. In our example 2, 4, 6 are integer value and these are converted into their decimal part, and 8.0 is already provided that 8.0 is a floating value, it will remain same. Creating a series using missing value, that is NaN. Actually NaN is defined in NumPy library, hence before using NaN value you have to import NumPy library, and pandas library is used to define series and data frame. Here series method include data values 7.5, 8.5 and 35.8, and if you want to add an AN value in series, then you have provide np.nan. np is the reference for numerical Python. If you have missing value for np, then you have to provide numpy.nan in series method. You can check it that series is created and these are the data value and this is the implicit casting because we are not providing any value for index. NaN is used as to add missing data. NaN is a special floating point value which indicates missing data or null value in pandas. It is an attribute of numerical Python library. And these are the same examples that indicate implicit indexing and explicit indexing. In case of implicit indexing, you can check it that series contains only data. It have missing values for index. If index is not provided, then implicit casting is used. And when you provide index attribute and provide values of index, then it should exactly match. Look here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. These are 5 values and you have passed 5 attribute for index field, and S1 is the series object reference. Hence, when you print S1, then it will print series index name and their data values, and these are the same as previously created by series function. Here you are creating a series S1 and here you are providing index values for your series. Look here, that are the index and that are the data part. Here is an example how to explicitly define values for index. In series method you have passed data, that are data value, and these are the index value. Index values, data and index both are passed in a series method. When index is passed, then when creating a series, in explicitly defined index is used as a index. Creating a series for scalar or constant values. When you want to create a series with a constant value such as 75 and 75, and here you can pass index such as 10, 20, 30 and 40, then 75 is exactly matched with their indexing, and that are displayed in this example. This is again working for any character type of index value. And when you create this series, then you have to mention that constant value should be repeated to match the length of the index. Means how much index is passed, as per their index data is also copied on each indexes. Creating a series with index of string type. These are the same example. Here again we have this data value and these are the index. Here index is string value. 4 index 0, 1, 2 and 3. 4 index are passed and all the index have the value, and these are the data that are copied to each indexes. When series is created from a dictionary, using dictionary for creating a series gives us advantage of built-in keys as stored as index. Dictionary have key by value pair and each key is treated as index. Built-in keys will be treated as index. In series function you have to pass a complete dictionary. Here are 1 element, 2 element, 3 element and 4 element. The dictionary element is name of month and their number of days on particular month. You can see it that you does not pass any value for index, but in this index automatically key of dictionary is taken as index. Dictionary holding the name of month as key and number of days as their respective values. If no index is specified, the dictionary key are taken in sorted order to construct index. Creating a series using mathematical expression. Here are the example. You can use mathematical expression, then you have to use numerical Python library as NP. Here you have to create an array with the help of numerical Python np.arrange 10 15. This will generate values between 10 to 15. The values are 10 11 12 13 and 14, and when you print array 1 you have displayed this output, and this array is passed as an argument for series. Index value have this, and data is for array 1 multiplied by 4. Then 10 to 14 is index, and these are multiplied by 4 to provide data. Here these are the expression used to create a series. If you want to provide another expression for data value, then you can provide, and you can mention one thing, that series function contains data value as well as index value. If index is not provided, then by default implicit indexing is used. Here are another example. You have to use an np.arrange method, and you have passed 10 to 16, means 10 is the start value and 16 is the end value, hence 16 is not included in your data part. Then you can see it, 10 to 15 data is available, and as per available data you have to pass index value for these. If we pass an integer argument, arrange method works similar to the range function. It can accept start value, stop value and step value as an argument, as like range method. And these are the expression used to create a series. Series S2 is equal to PD dot series index is equal to array 1, index is equal to array 1, and array 1 contains values for 10 to 14, and expression for data is array 1 exponential 2. You can check it. These are the values for index, and here you can see exponential 10 exponential 100, 11 exponential 1 to 1, 12 exponential 1 to 144, 13 exponential 169 and 14 exponential to 196. Here are the example how we can able to create a series with different types, such as you can pass list in a series, you can pass dictionary in a series. Either you have option to provide index in series function, or you cannot provide index value for their series creation. If you does not provide index, then implicit indexing is used, and if you provide index value, then the value provided by you should be taken for creation of series. Creation of series using numpy and the array. When you want to create a series using numpy and the array, you can use library for Python pandas as PD and numpy as NP. You have to create array, and this array is passed in series function. That in series function you does not provide indexing, then implicit indexing is used. 10, 20, 30 and 40 are the values for array 1. These are the implicit indexing. In case of S2 series, you have to pass array 1 for data and ABCD for indexing, then if this ABCD explicit indexing is used in the series S2. Naming of series. When you want to provide name for series, then you have to pass name attribute. When you pass name attribute, S1 is the series object and dictionary are the data values passed in a series object. S1 dot name is equal to days. Then when you print this series, then you can check name is displayed here. And when you want to provide index name, then you have use series object dot index and attribute name for series indexing is equal to month, then month is displayed here. If you does not provide any value for name and index, then it will work on default indexing. You does not look here name and here indexing name is not provided, that are provided here month. Accessing data element. When we want to access data element, then we can provide indexing. Look, in access data from series by passing index value and through slicing. Here series is created with series data and these are the index. When you want to access value for series, then series object square bracket and index is passed here, such as C dash. If you pass C, then C index is not defined, then that will produce name error. C is not defined. In your example, index is C enclosing single quotes, then you have to pass series object name square bracket and index, that is in the form of single quotes, then C, then it will work. If you provide default indexing, in case of default indexing, then it's also work. 0, 1 and 2 have 30, then you can take series object name S1 square bracket and pass 2. This will provide values for index 2, that is 30. Then we can understand here that element of series can be accessed using series object name square bracket and indexes that value wants to be accessed. When we want to add multiple values, then multiple indexes is passed in a form of list. Here you can check it. Series object S1 square bracket 0, S1 square bracket 0 will access value 10. S1 square bracket index A, here is the index A value is 10. Both are value 10 can be accessed. If you want to pass value 2 in series object S1, then series object S1 contains value 30 because 0, 1 and 2. C index is also value 30, then both the values will produce result 30. But when you want to access multiple values, then you can pass multiple indexes in the series object in a form of list. Here you can check it that A, C and E is passed in series object, then A, C, E result will be displayed. Series object have 0 to 4 values, then 0 to 4. Indexing is also implicit indexing is used, and values of implicit indexing, that is 10, 30, 50, will be displayed here. What happened when you want to modify values of series? If you want to modify values of series, then same concept is used here. You can create a series, that is series data, and that are the index part. When you want to update value, then you have to use series object, square bracket, and in a square bracket you have to pass index value and provide assignment operator and produce some value, and the value given in assignment operator are set on desired index that is passed to your series object. Here S1 C index contains 200 and S13 means that are fourth element, because series indexing is 0, 1, 2 and 3. 3 occurs at fourth place. Hence fourth place value is 100, and ABC are third place. Third place value is 200. You can check it in your answer that third and fourth value will be changed from 30 to 40. Hence with this attribute we can able to update values of series. Kindly mention this, it is important concept. You want to access values of series, then you can put series object, square bracket, and index is equal to values. What index is passed in square bracket, that value are set with new values, and old values must be discarded. Here are some application of series. You can create a series. These are the data values and these are the index value. When you pass index 0, then this can access first element. If you want to provide start value and end value is 3, then it will display first 3 element 0, 0, 1, 2, and third is the stop value. When third is the stop value, third element is not included, and that will produce 30, that will produce 10, 20, 30 element. 0, 1, 2 and 3. 3 is the stop value. Stop value cannot be completed. Here start value is -3. This will display last 3 element, because in series it will occur -1, -2, -3. Minus start value is -3 and end value is not provided. Then from start value 30, 40, 50 that are displayed here. Here when you are not passing either start value or stop value, then whole the series can be displayed. And if you does not pass start value, stop value and step value, then it will also generate the same. If step value is -1, then all the series are printed in reverse order, that are displayed in next slide. Look here. In start value is not mentioned, stop value is not mentioned, but step value is -1. Hence, step value is -1. Then all the series are printed in reverse order: 50, 40, 30, 20 and 10. Here is start value is provided 0, stop value is not provided, and step value is 2. Then you have to start from 0 and you have skip first value and take second value. 0, 2, third skip and next value 4. Till this process goes through end of list. Because end value is not provided, then you have to take another value and skip first value. First is the 0 value, you can take 0, means 10 is taken, 1 is skipped, and second value, that is C, B is skipped, and third next value C is taken. Next D is skipped and E is taken. Here start value is 1 and stop value is 4, and there are not any step value. Then you have to start from 1, 2, 3 and 4 is the stop value that are not included in your result. I hope these concepts are understood by you. Now we have to discuss about ILOC and LOC. These are the two much important concepts of series. ILOC is used for indexing, that is, we have to specify integer index for selection by position. It refers to position based indexing. While LOC is used for indexing based on names, that is, we have to specify location name. It refers to name based indexing. Look here example. Here we have created the series with data 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50, and index is A, B, C, D, E. Here series is created. Now when we want to display S1.ILOC 1:4, 1 is the start value and 4 is the stop value, then stop value are not included. 0 value are not taken, because in ILOC you have passed 1, 2, 3, and fourth is the stop value and fourth is also not taken. Then B, C, D and their corresponding data 20, 30, 40 is displayed in ILOC. When you are passing S1.LOC, B and E, when you are passing S1.LOC, B and E, B is the start value and E is the end value. Then E cannot be taken because E is the end value. B, C, D. These are the data taken in case of ILOC. But here you can again check that E equal to 15 is also taken. In LOC, start and stop both values are taken. Start and stop both values are inclusive, but in ILOC stop value is not included. Stop value is not included in the result that are displayed here. Using LOC, using location, both level indexes A and B will be included, but in ILOC it will raise an index error if requested index does not exist or it is out of bound. Will be both included. In ILOC, last index value is not included in the result. In ILOC, will raise an index error if requested index does not exist or is out of bound. Here some of the series attributes that are discussed. You have to provide series object name and attribute to access these values. Series object dot index will return index of the series. Series object dot value will return values in a form of ND array. Series object dot size returns number of element in a form of series object. Has series object dot has none will return true if there are any NaN value. Series object empty will return true if series is empty, otherwise false. Here are some examples. Here we can create series data and these are the series indexes. We can access s1 dot index. S1 dot index, then index is 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. Index is 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. And when we call s1 dot values, then values are 10, 20, np dot nan, 40 and 50. Here np.nan have floating type of values, then 10 are represented as 10.0, 20.0, 40.0, 50.0 and NaN. If you call s1.size, it will return value 5 because your data have first, second, third, fourth and 5 element, then size will return 5. S1 dot has none. In SA1 in series there are no any value for NaN, then it will return true. If any value has NaN, then it will return true. S1 dot empty, S1 does not contain empty, then it is false. Retrieving values from a series using method of series. There are head and tail method. Head method is used to fetch an element from a pandas series object. By default, it will provide top 5 rows of data in a series if no value for n is specified. If we provide negative value to head, then all row except last n row are returned. If we provide negative value to head n method, then all row except the last n row are returned. Series object tail function display the last 5 elements by default. However, we pass the number as parameter to be pulled out from the series. If we provide negative values to tail method, then all row except the first n rows are returned. Series object count function returns the number of non-NaN values in the series. Number of non-NaN values in the series. Here are examples. These are the series data and these are the series index. Here series is created. Now we have to call s1 dot head2. Head2 function returns two argument from starting, that is 10 and 20. 10 and 20 are accessed here. Look here, in our this head function we are not passing any argument. When we are not passing any argument, then it will return top 5 element from series. Top 5 element from series. Here is an example for tail method. Series is created and here we can call tail method. When tail method is called tail2, then it will return last two element. When we does not pass any value for tail method, then it will display last 5 element. No argument in tail will return last 5 rows from series. Here are another example for negative numbers. Here series is created, series data with their indexing is created. Here series are created, and when you pass head -2, then it will display. We provide negative values to head method, then all row except the last end row. Last end row are returned. Head -2 means these two values are not reflected, and ABC except these two values, all the values are reflected. In case of tail method, that are reversed. When you pass tail -2, then we have to skip first two values and display all the values, that is C, D, E. If we provide negative values to tail method, then all row except the first and row. First and row are except, means you have to skip first and row and return all other rows. Return number of non-NaN values. Here series is created with NaN values, and for input NaN, NumPy library is imported. Here two NaN values are added. When you want to count how many elements are there, there are total 5 elements, 10, 30, 50 and 2 NaN values. When you apply s1.count, then it will return 3. And when you passed s1.count and all the element have no any element have NaN value, then all the elements are counted and it will return 5 as a output. Mathematical operations on series. Import pandas as PD. Here series are created S1. Here another series are created S2. Check the index 1, 2, 3, 4. All the mathematical operations such as plus, minus, multiply, divide, etc. can be performed on series. When applying operations, keep in mind that index should be same for both the series. These are important concepts, and when index are same, then you can apply S3 series. 21, 22, 23, 24 and indexing is this. Here three series are created. Here three series are created, S3, S2 and S1. three series are created. Now we are going to perform operation. Here S4 series is also created with these that are the constant value and these are the indexing. Now we have S1 series. Here is the S1 series and these are the S2 series. Now you can check index is 1 2 3 4. Here also index is 1 2 3 4. When we can apply S1 plus S2, then 11 and 21 values are added, 34 and 22, 12 and 32 values are added, 13 and 23 are added, 14 and 24 are added. When you apply S1 multiplied by S2, then both are multiplied and result will be displayed. S1 divided by S2, then both are also performed. These are performed because both the element have same index. Index are same, then all the mathematical operations are performed. If index must be different, then what will happen? Look here. S1 plus S3. S1 contains this one and S3 contains this one. Look here. S1 have index 1 2 3 4. S3 have index 101, 102, 103 and 104. Then S1 and S3 data are mentioned here. Indexing is same as per S1 and S3, but all the values have NaN, because when you want to add values and here S1 series index 1 and S3 have no any value in case of index 1. In S3 one index is not here, here one index. Then for index 1 it contains NaN value and NaN are added with 11 produces NaN. In 12 index 2 has data values 12 and in S3 series index 2 is not available, then it have NaN value and NaN plus 12 produces NaN. It is applied in all the sequences. If any value that are matched, then result will be added or subtracted as per your operation. Look here, you have applied S3 minus S4. Here S3 and S4. S3 and S4 102 and 103 are matched. Here 102 and 103 are matching index and 101, 10, 4 and 104 are mismatched. Then 4, 10, 101, 4, look here, index 102 and 103 are in both the series S3 and S4 and we have applied S3 minus S4. So S3 minus S4. S4 index are in S4 and S3 does not have any value for index 4, then 4 contains null value. In case 10 are in S4 and S3 does not have any value for index 10, then 10 also have NaN value. In case of 101 having value 21, but in S4 no any value for 101, then it is NaN and NaN plus 21 is equal to also NaN. Now see here 102 in S3 102 have value 22 and in S4 102 have value 10. Then 22 minus 10 equal to 12 is displayed. And in case of S3 have 23 minus 10 13 will be displayed. Now vector operation can be performed in other series operations. There are lot of operations and these videos are having too much time. That's why I will prepare some other videos for better understanding the concept that are remaining in our